Hello, wonderful and amazing people. I greet you especially. Yes, so my little prince, he says shout out to you all today. Yeah, we went to children guiding together today to stay, feel have a good time together in parque. We usually call it parque in Spain. Children park, we say parque. As I'm just receiving nature, feeling the energy on that environment, you know God releases idea to me, not one, not two. I say, wow, there's a need for me to share this idea with us. That idea usually comes from God. Ideas comes from God. But the problems that many people have is that they don't have the sufficient knowledge to give that idea life. No sufficient knowledge to give our ideal life. That is why it look as if we don't know what we are doing. Or in most cases, you see some people, you just look at them that this one, wait, I bet you be this. God really do not that is not useless. The problem is that the difference between him and my Zubabe is that he lacks the knowledge to give the idea God releases upon him life. He lacks the idea to give that idea life. His idea is there, raw. Whatsoever what God usually gives to people, to humanity, they are all raw. Whether talent, whether potentials, whether gift, they are all raw. So it's now up to you to give it life before it will now become visible. So if you don't develop it, you don't refine it, it will remain raw, it will remain stagnant, it will remain as if you don't have anything. That is why it's difficult for me to call people poor. Idea is a valuable substance. Is wealth. So God does not speak like the way we human beings speak. The way we speak, God does not speak like that. We human beings, we often just speak with like radio. We speak like cassette play. We speak. God is not like that at all. God does not speak like that. It is we that speak, speak like radio, speak like a cassette, like cassette play and all of that. But God is not like that, and God does not do things the way we do it. It doesn't do things that way. So, in spite of how much the Spirit of God comes to you, it will first of all drop in your spirit man a seed or a word. It will first of all release a seed or a word. It does not just come to you. The Spirit of God cannot just come to your spirit and without releasing something, without releasing a seed or a word into your spirit. It will drop it into your mind. That is why I said that I was just in this environment. At this environment, God releases ideas, not one, not two. We were just releasing it, because that place was my little prince was also just talking its own. That was why I say let me just put a voice over, because he was also giving me some distraction, calling me here and there. I said let me put. That was why I decided to just put a voice over. So whenever Spirit of God comes to you, to your man spirit, he must release something. He must release something to your thoughts, to your mind, and he must release something or idea And and this is what we usually refers to as a seed. Either it release something. When God releases something on your mind, it's an idea. It's a seed. It's just like a seed. You will place it. So that is why it's now up to you, for you to make it grow, to develop it. A seed is a thought, word of inspiration will lead you and give you an idea. So when God inspires you, you see many, like I have an author of many books. It's like a mentor to me, a coach. I usually learn from his material. It's called Dr. Sunday Adelaja. He's an author of so many books. So many books. How was he able to write all those books? It is by inspiration. God inspired him, and he converted those ideas. He converted it to a book that can benefit humanity. It benefits people like me. It benefits someone like me, and it also benefits many others in the world. This is how God expects we to function with whatsoever is given to us. Whatsoever God is giving to us, it is not for our personal selfish interest. It's not for our selfish interest. Rather, it's for the benefit for others. A mango tree does not eat its fruits. Whenever mango tree produces fruits, seed, people usually comes to it and eat its seed. Yes, many people usually come. They must come to that mango tree and say, "Oh, this mango." So many people usually also comes to us as a human being. Some will just comes to us and work with us, support our dreams. But when we not get to a stage whereby we need to give back, that is where God is looking at. But whenever we are having support, we are having support from community, from society, from everybody, in order for we to grow, to develop, to get to some stages. God is very patient. He will be watching, he will be looking. But when you not get to that point, you need to give back to the society. That is where God is now watching you closely, to see how good you are. So you see, God, he bring his idea, the seed, to our thoughts, for inspiration. That will not lead us to give us an idea. Embracing that idea with a mind that is already developed bring solutions. Bring solution. That is why I said many people, when you see a society today, you look at some leaders, you look at some people, you say, who this one help? It's not that it's just that useless. The problem of that leader, of that person, is that what God is releasing on his mind, and yes, the thoughts, the inspiration and all is not, he is not developed, and he himself is not prepared. That person is not prepared in order to use that idea to bring solutions to people. That is why Romans said that in endless expectation, they are eagerly waiting for the manifestation of sons and daughters of God. There are many problems God has given us the idea to address in our society, in our nation, in the world. But because we are not developing it, that problem remains there, and we are praying. Just go to religious places and be praying for God to come and solve problems. God usually release ideas. He release idea in order for we to use that idea to solve problems, to solve the needs of people. So idea must, when God releases idea, our idea must be, it must be nurtured. It must be given life to. It must be developed in order for it to solve problems. So when God gives you an idea, He releases a seed to your thought, to your mind, an inspiration. Give it life. Don't let it die. Don't let it pass away. That just one idea to your God releases to your He releases to your thought is capable enough to become anything. A machine that someone uses idea to form, to create, is solving the needs of people. An innovation, idea of an innovation, it is God who releases it. An idea that now God inspire you to write a book. You see, it solves the problem. That is why I told you, you're now becoming a material. For me, I usually help myself with books, written by inspired men and women of God. And I also listen to headlines that I know that this is reliable. Even when they made mistake, they quickly rectify it, because they need that God is also using them to use that medium to pass the message of the original, to pass truth. So that one thought, that one seed God releases to your thought, when God gives you a thought, is capable. It's capable for you to have a company, for you to use to help a company, an idea that can help corporations and etc. So they all these things I'm just saying, they all also determine how our mind is mature. If our mind is matured enough to give that ideal life, better off. But if it's not mature, this is a message whereby we know that there's a need for we to develop, to learn, to always have self-evaluate ourselves, to have personal education, personal development. That is preparation. That is preparation. It's very important. When our mind is already developed, so it determines how depth and extent of that thought can answer the information, can give how depth and extent we can give life to that idea. It determine, can give answer to questions, meaning can give solutions to problems. It determines. So thank you, and remain blessed.